It is this linking of the civil rights movement and labor movement that nobody has done more effectively and with more passion and more knowledge than Bill Lucey.
As former Secretary-Treasurer of AFSCME and first president of the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists, Bill Lucey has seen and experienced pieces of history that few of us can imagine. Take the 1968 Memphis Sanitation Strike.
The issue that triggered the strike for them, as was mentioned in the video, was the loss of two of their own, 36-year-old Ethel Cole and 30-year-old Robert Walker.
Both men were crushed by a malfunctioning truck.
There was no grievance procedure. There was no way to get a policy or a problem addressed because there's nobody to talk to who would talk to you about it. There was no way to resolve the problems of faulty equipment or any of those things.
The strike began 11 days after the fatal accident. 10,000 tons of garbage accumulated in Memphis, and tensions ran high.
Tear gas was fired into the church, bullets were fired into the church, and at the end of the day, the local and the national news, all you heard about was the violence in the street of Memphis, Tennessee. Didn't hear anything about the workers and their requests for a rational process.
Strikers were maced, and the now famous I Am a Man campaign began in an effort to recognize the manhood of poor black workers at the bottom of the economic ladder, who often did the hardest manual work.
Our nation, as rich as ours, still can't find a way for people who work every day to raise themselves out of poverty.
Dr. Martin Luther King went to Memphis to support the strike amid all the violence, and ultimately was assassinated in the city April 4th, 1968. Lucey has his own theory about the killing.
Now, there are those who really believe James Earl Ray did this. I'm not one of them. So just be clear. No second-story burglar who can't keep himself out of jail is going to assassinate one of the most famous people in the world, get from Memphis, Tennessee to London, England without help.
12 days after King's death, the Memphis Sanitation Strike ended. An agreement had been reached between the city and union officials, and Bill Lucey was a part of it. Tanya Hutchins, Machinist News Network.